I want to do a quick training on Zoom. And this is going to be basics, but to help you get through maybe some of the issues and challenges that you might be having. So first off, when you first launch or go into Zoom, one of the first questions it's going to ask you is, and it probably will be defaulted on this tab and not this tab. Now, if you want to call in here, you can call in and it'll give you the numbers there and everything. But typically, it'll be defaulted here, and you want to make sure you click Join with Computer Audio. Okay, and I'm gonna shut this off down here. Okay, so excuse me. You're going to see a screen, and there's probably going to be a lot of other people on there and so forth. So don't worry necessarily about here. What I'm going to show you here is that you can go to full screen up here in the top. You can exit full screen, and if there were more people on here, you'd have the option from speaker view, which would be the main person, whoever is speaking. It detects their voice and puts them as a big person, a big view. And then there'll be a little bar with a bunch of little videos of the other people there. I normally go in the gallery view because that shows everybody. And if there's a lot of people there, it'll have multiple pages and so forth. But I want to talk about this area down here at the bottom. Okay, so first off, you have on the far left, you're going to have this little microphone, and you'll notice it's got a red line through it right now. That means I'm muted, so nobody can hear me. And there's a little up caret or arrow here. And if I click on that, it allows me to choose some things. It allows me to choose what microphone I want to use. I happen to have a Yeti external microphone, a USB microphone, so that's my best microphone, so I choose that. If I was going to use, one of the other microphones, I might a built-in microphone or the microphone from my webcam. Then ScreenFlow's got this multi-mic where I can choose two different mics, and it combines those and makes even sometimes a better audio. It gets it from two different directions kind of thing, and so forth. Speaker, I typically just put same as the system. Now, I could put plug in headphones into my Yeti and listen to it on the Yeti if I wanted to, something like that. But again, the default, you're going to want here the default to be whatever you're using as a microphone. Typically, if you don't have a microphone, it's going to be the built-in microphone. And you want same as system here. Now, down here, you can click on audio settings, and it's going to come up and give you some audio settings. Where you can turn on the output and input and test the mic and some other here's enable stereo. Join auto mute microphone when joining the meeting. Press and hold the space key to temporarily unmute yourself, and so forth. Okay, so this is just the setting windows. When you click on the audio settings, it just defaults to the audio tab. If I wanted to look at the video settings right here, I could just click on video, and then it's going to go to my video settings, and I can pick my cameras and so forth. But what we're going to do is go to the next button over here, and this is your camera, right? And it's got a slash root, meaning I'm not sharing video. If I click on that, then you'll see my video comes up, and hey, everybody, here I am, okay? And I can stop that. Now, if you're having challenges and people can't see you, then you want to click on this arrow and you want to select your camera to make sure you've got the right. Sometimes it just picks an arbitrary camera or setting there, and people can't find their camera, and they clicked on this and so forth, but they just aren't getting what they should be getting. Again, if you click on video settings, it's going to open up that same settings, but it's just going to be selected for the video. So here I would enable HD. If you want to mirror, if I don't mirror it, it switches back and forth, and this is what it should look like. So I be sure I have it on mirror. Touch up my appearance, that's always good. Always display participant name on their videos, and so forth. So there's some options. Here's another option I want to just show you. Doesn't work on my computer right now, but if I had a green screen, which I do, and I set it up, but if you don't and you've got a powerful enough computer, it will do a virtual background, meaning it will try to figure out what the colors are that it wants to say. If I picked here, it's trying to get rid of all those and allow me to have a virtual background. So it's like, the news. It's if I move over a little bit and so forth. So it's like green screening. And I've seen people do that and use it very, very effectively. You could have that if you had a green screen behind you. you could use the green screen, and then you could put up maybe little graphics explaining what you're doing in the background, or even do a PowerPoint in the background behind you, and you'd be, like doing the weather on the channel. So that's one thing that you can do there. Noticed a couple of people doing in their lives recently. All right. So the next things you see down here are participants. So here's where you can just click on this and see the participants. You can promote them to host and co-host and things like that. But and then chat. One of the cool things about chat is, oops, I didn't want to do that. Disregard that. You could upload a file and send it to everybody. That's kind of a cool thing, right? But if you click this button here, it tells you, who you want to chat with. No one, host only, everybody publicly and privately, whatever you want to do. Okay. Here's a record button. Breakout rooms, I've really never used that, so I'm not sure really what that is. But here it says you can go live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and so forth. And I think you have to, my account lets me do that, which is kind of strange because I didn't know I could do that through a meeting, but maybe this is something new. Okay. So the things that you want to be aware of is record for your recording. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about real quick is the share, because a lot of people are doing sharing and then they're playing a video from their computer. So if you're going to do that, when you click on share, you're going to want to make sure that you check these guys down here: share computer sound and optimize for full screen video clip. So if you're doing a video, so let's say I was doing a video on this screen right here, I would select that screen, but I would make sure that these two are selected so that the audio, I can mute myself, but it would still play my computer audio for the video. Okay, so that's impaired, and the audio is a lot better than it trying to pick it up off your microphone from the computer and so forth. So if you're playing a video that's got audio in it, you want to make sure that when you share that screen, you click these two buttons. Okay, so that's really the crux of Zoom. It's not really any harder than that. All right, so I hope this has helped you out a bit in learning Zoom, and if you have any questions, please get back to me.